Hey, sports fans, Louis Diamond back in our Las Vegas handicapping studios in sunshiny Las Vegas, Nevada. And we have Sunday Fun Day football today. Actually, we got a lot of teaser action for you, got some parlay action for you, a lot of picks for you. I'm joined today with resident handicapper Tony Gullidge, the great white capper, and we're going to break down every NFL game for you this Sunday morning, getting ready to fatten the wallet. All right, guys, let's get it started right out of the top of the gate with the Rams and the Eagles. And the Rams put up an impressive win last week and got a lot of steam for that. Eagles opened up a 4-point favorite. Game was bet down to 1.5. The total opens at 49, and the steam went on the under down to 45.5. So everybody's thinking Rams and under are the play here today. And Tony Gullidge, welcome. Happy Sunday to you. What are you thinking?
Category I've told you, if I were going to bet this game, it would be the Eagles because they look like shit on the road in week one, blew a big lead against the Redskins. They're coming back home. And you also have the Rams played well at home, and now we're going on the road in week two. So, I mean, both teams mesh right into that handicapping trend. So I would say take the Eagles. I'm going to pass.
You know what? Exact same story on this side as well. Eagles have to be the play if you're looking at the psychological mindset of NFL history. Forget about the teams, forget about the coaches. Get yourself in that psychological mindset. Eagles get embarrassed last week, and Rams pull off the big after everybody's on the Cowboys. Rams pull off the big win. Now they got to travel from the West Coast to the East Coast, and a lot of that early money might be wrong, but I got to tell you something. Philly has a lot of offensive line issues. Philly's got injury issues. Philly's a team that's kind of expected to be, in my eyes, more of the cellar dweller of the NFC. So I got to say no play as well, but the vibe says Philly's definitely the play here today. Okay, next game on our schedule. The Carolina Panthers are at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and Tom Brady. This is his first chance at a real chance to prove himself. Carolina last week gives up a lot of points to a mediocre Raider team, but obviously Carolina is expected to be a cellar dweller this year. What are you thinking over here? Carolina's your neck of the woods, Tony. What do you think?
You're probably better at giving these specific numbers, but I have a note here. Carolina as a divisional road dog. I just know they've been pretty solid, during their franchise history. I'm going to take a stab small here. I'm going to take the points. I think Tampa Bay will find a way to win this game, but I think it's going to be a lot closer than people are thinking. This is a typically very close game between these two in the division, and I pretty much expect the same thing here today.
All right. Okay, so Carolina road dog, I can tell you this. The road team has covered 9 of the last 12 games in this matchup, and the Panthers are also 6-1 the last 7 at Tampa Bay. Just don't know how valuable that is today. I'm kind of thinking this is Brady's little opportunity to get a win, but I don't think Brady's going to – I think they're a 500 team. So should they be laying that many points? Probably not. Yeah. Could they blow them up? Probably so. But I'm going to use Tampa Bay on a teaser today, guys. I'm also going to use the Eagles on a teaser today. Let's see where that teaser winds up. All right. So, all right, next game on the schedule, Tony. We got the Broncos, and they're playing the Steelers. Steelers after the big Monday night win. We hit that one for you nicely on Monday. Well, at least I did. I know a couple other guys might have went the other way on that. But Ben looked pretty good, as I kind of expected. He's going to be focused this season. But the line went from 5 to 7. I think there's too many points there. And I think the total went from 40 to 40 and 44.5 down to 44. So another steam on the under. Take it away, Tony. What do you think?
Wow. I did not make a play on this game. It's the same problem with taking Pittsburgh as a favorite. I think Chip mentioned certain teams give you a hard time. For me, it's the Steelers, because whenever I seem to take them, they'll win the game but never cover. Even if it's a 3-point spread, they'll win by 2 or 1. And if I know take them as an underdog, but try to fade them or stay the hell away from them as a favorite, and that's the case for me. I think it's a good spot for the the Steelers. The Broncos, to me, are probably going to be the weaker team in that division this year, but I'm going to pass.
Okay. All right. So the under got steamed from 44.5 down to 40, and it really seems to be a lot of trends to be telling the tale. Pittsburgh 19-7 to the under their last 26 games overall, 35-15-1 to the under. Their last 51 games follow an ATS win, 38-18 to the under. When they're playing versus the AFC. But one spot people aren't looking at that might mean something here is the fact that when Pittsburgh's a home favorite, that game has gone over 13 out of the last 18. So when Pittsburgh's a home favorite, they're usually dictating. They're kind of having their way. So I think there might be a little value in that over, just on that, based on that one trend. Even though so many things point to the under, that's a pretty key number, a pretty key trend, so to speak, to make it valuable as a home favorite. So when they're expected to do well at home, they do, at least in recent history. So I'm going to lean, Pittsburgh, again, teaser action. Don't want to lay the 7 points. Let's pull that one in a teaser. So now, again, plenty of games to tease here, guys. All right, next game on the schedule, we got the Falcons and the Cowboys. Cowboys, big disappointment for many bettors last week. They were, America's team when it came to money last week, because everybody seemed to like the Cowboys. I am guilty of that as well. Cowboys opened up a 7-point favorite, but after that showing, down to a 3-point favorite. Lots of steam on the Falcons. Been steamed to the over 53.5. Tony, this is a tough one. What do you think?
This is on my inner circle card. It is one of the higher rated plays of the day for me. I'm going to back the Dallas Cowboys here.
Really?
Played on the road last week. Obviously, they came up short in the game. Their offense is the key to this. Can they be consistent scoring when they get the ball down there in the red zone? The team is, that's what scares you here, but it's a 3-point spread. That makes me feel good. Atlanta put up a lot of points, but their defense got shredded. So I'm counting on Dallas to control the pace, use a strong pass rush to maybe keep Ryan in the pocket, and then Dallas uses their control offense to just pound Atlanta into the dirt. I'm going to back the Cowboys here, lay the 3 or 3.5. Probably if you're getting 3.5, if it's like $1.25 or less, maybe lay that hook. I'm not a big buyer of points.
Mostly 3 now.
Okay, 3. Take the 3.
It's mostly 3. 3 should be easy to find. So, all right, but the Cowboys, believe you're probably right here. I'm just scared.
Yeah, me too. I agree, Lou. I'm kind of scared.
And all that steam going on Atlanta, it was the knee jerk. Let's bet against Dallas. They suck. They're the same old Dallas, and they may be. And the same old Dallas will probably show up today and shit the bed again next week. So if that's the case, so I do have a problem backing the Falcons in any possible way, shape, or form. But I don't have a problem playing a little bit of the over. 53.5 is kind of a high number, but a little touch on the over. If McCarthy has his way, he'll burn some clock on that if he can get his offensive ways going. So, all right. So next game on the schedule, I'm not going to touch that in the tease, guys. All right. Next game on the schedule, the Jets and the Niners. The Jets are at home. Another knee-jerk reaction. 49ers shit in the bed last week. Now they're open up a 4-point favorite on the road to the lowly Jeffs. Now it's steamed all the way up to 7, and there's even a touch of 7.5 out there. Kittle, he sprained his knee last week. They really didn't give us a decision on that. He's a At least I don't know of that right now. Do you know anything on the Kittle scenario, Tony?
He's not playing. He will not be playing.
He's not playing. No Kittle. That's you got to believe that the Jets got to be the play here as well. Here's a team lost a big divisional game last week, coming home, and then you got. But now you got San Fran losing that big game, going on the road. Have to go out there and I don't know. It's a tough game. I got a vibe on the Jets. I'll never back it. But I got a vibe. What do you got?
I'm going to take San Fran. The Jets, like I say, long term, using logic to pick these games, you would take the Jets in the 7 points. Something about the Jets, I just don't like Sam Darnold, dude. For me, if I don't like a quarterback, I have to be able to trust these guys. Even if you're not winning, don't give the game away. And he always scares me as one of those guys that'll just spit the bit and give the game away. Small play for me here on the 49ers. Late a touchdown. I hold my nose and do it. This might be perfect for one of your teaser kind of deals. Just buy it down to like a 1-point game. I think San Fran's going to find a way to win this game. A small play on those point spread.
All right. Yeah. Like I said, I got a vibe on the Jets. I could never put my money on the Jets. And I even got a bad vibe on the teaser with the Niners. Like they're going to kill a bunch of teaser tickets. One of these 7-point favorites are going to kill a bunch of teaser tickets.
Take the Jets to 13, right? If you tease it the other way.
Yeah. I don't want. Yeah, but I don't. Let's go back to a chipism. Don't ask a bad team. No, I think this was a Rossism. Don't ask a bad team to do something good.
That's right. I agree.
So I try to avoid that as much as possible as well. But at the same time, the pros make their money in the dogs, and you got to have balls to survive in this game. So
that's what I do. I'll bet the underdogs not liking it, but I do it. I follow what I know is successful. Up here, it'll be telling you not to do it, but you just know from experience you have to make those bets. When they lay themselves in front of you, you have to take advantage of any opportunity to make money. Whether you think it's going to win, it's not all a matter of what you think, it's what is actually going to happen. And you'll be shocked how often these underdogs do come in and get the money.
Yeah, yes. It's just it's scary money, but scared money don't make money. So you gotta go in there and show a little balls, and you gotta back these dogs in certain scenarios. Look at last week. We backed Arizona as a 7-point dog, and I backed it with a money line ticket as well. Did the same thing yesterday with Navy. 7-point dog, backed it with a money line ticket. Now you got room for the dogs. You got room to play the dogs. You give yourself a little bit of room when you find them. And that's hopefully what we're going to bring to the table here for you. Now, they're selective. You got to find them dogs. Because most of the time, that 7-point favorite is going to win. Most of the time. So if you can tie them up in the teaser.
You just have to accept a lower winning percentage, okay? You're going to win less of those bets. Now, I don't know if that would bother you psychologically not to win less bets, but when you bet big underdogs, you're going to win far less, but you win more per win. So at the end of the day, you're getting a higher return per dollar bet. And that's all that really matters. I don't care if you win 20% or 90%. The key here is we're looking to make money.
Agreed. Yes, if you're hitting 40%, but you got dogs in there and you got money lines in there, you're making money. Especially in baseball, the pros, they're making money with the dogs. Find them, guys. Find them, play them, and break yourself down. Break the chain. Break the favorite chain down. Now you see me play a lot of favorites, but I tie them up, and I'm just mostly doing that because most of the guys here are beginners, and you guys are playing lots of parlays. You're playing lots of teasers. I'm trying to show you the smart way to play the parlays or to play the teasers. Eventually, I'm going to start showing you a smart way to play the parlays, which is going to be the underdogs, the money lines, the round robins. So you're making small bets to hit the lottery ticket. And the lottery ticket sometimes is available to you, but you have to buy lots of lottery tickets. So you have to
Right.
keep the bets small and you have to keep those payouts high. But at the same time, let's be realistic. If you throw $1.10 favorites in there all the time on your, or basically you're just off the board straight parlays, you're going to lose. You're not going to beat the system that way. You have to be a little creative with it. All right, so on to the next game there. So got the vibe on the Jets, but the Niners. Tony's got a little something with the Niners, the Bills, and the Dolphins, and this another game people are seeing as an underplay, but 43 down to 42. The Bills, they're steaming 3. Now they're up to 6, so they did cross the 5.5 where they sat for quite a while. Now they're 6. They'll probably get to 6.5 because when people need to pull the trigger closer to game time, they're going to jump on those favorites and they're going to jump on the teams they expect. But the Buffalo Bills doing well on the road, 7-1-2 on the road, 6-2-1 versus the AFC, but 1-3-1 their last 5 overall. Tough to count because it was the playoffs. But at the same time, against Miami, the favorite has covered head to head, but these two teams together have gone over 8 of the last 10 games. Everybody's thinking Bills defense, and the under has prevailed for the Bills on the road, 20-7, the last 27, 2 defensive injuries, and I think I think the under is probably in jeopardy here today. Not getting too much of a vibe on the game. Once again, I think Miami would probably be the play on the teaser. What do you got, Tony?
Okay, my line for this game was 3.5 for Buffalo, so obviously I think they're overpriced. This is a perfect example. Buffalo at home last week dominated the Jets, so 27-17 win, but it was a total domination against a weak team. Now they're going on the road to face a Miami team that got manhandled physically against New England, a team that's supposedly going to have a good defense. So you had the perception of both things there. The Buffalo looked great and Miami looked bad. Now we're coming to Miami. You take the points here, guys. It's not a big play, but again, it's just psychological. It's almost a psychological, but it's built into the point spread also. So play Miami here. I know it's not what you would think, but I think Miami's the right play.
I think you're right here, Tony. But once again, it's another vibe. It's a lean. It's not really a pick for me, but it seems like Miami probably the play here. So we'll be back in a quick 10 seconds. You're watching BettorCenter Live.
Brad Stein here live from Las Vegas. Join us daily for BettorCenter Live with our professional handicappers, where you get sports information you can bet on. Stop gambling, start winning. BettorCenter Live.
All right, sports fans, here we are back in our Las Vegas handicapping studios with the second half of our NFL show for Sunday morning, week 2 of the NFL. And lots of information flowing here. Hopefully you can subscribe to us below, either to the BettorCenter on the Facebook page or to the YouTube page. And you'll get this. It says 9 a.m. on that little commercial you just saw, but here we are 2 hours early today. So trying to get that information out to you as soon as possible, trying to find the best time slots to get you this information. So that being said, we had some nice picks for you there in the first half of the show, but the best picks are coming up right now because I think the best action is in the second half of the day. We got 4 more early games to cover real quick, and we'll get right to it. Vikings and Colts. I think I got a little vibe on the over on this game. I think the Vikings may be a very good fade this season. I'm still kind of sold on the Colts, but not sure after last week, so I'm really staying away from the game. How about you, Tony?
Mid-level play on the Colts. Follow the same pattern we've been talking about. Colts on the road, laid the egg, coming back home. Minnesota looked great against the Packers. Now, I think that was on the road also. Or who Vikings play? Does it perfectly fit in?
No,
No, they did
Vikings
play
are at home.
They got so
They
the
got
Colts.
crushed.
Yeah, the Colts is the situation here. So we're playing the Colts based on the fact they're coming home off a bad road performance, and that to me is good enough here. I think, like I say, I'm giving the Colts the benefit of the doubt. They usually give you a solid effort on both sides of the ball, counting on their defense to be the key here. Colts -3, mid-level play for me.
All right, Lions and Packers. Lions shit the bed in the fourth quarter last week. Packers really they did handle Minnesota fairly well, and now Lions come in with 6 straight ATS covers against the Packers, and shit in the bed in the fourth quarter last week to Mitch Trubisky. Will they rebound off of that? Will the Packers be flat after the big win? Is the big question. Are the Packers a teaser play for me? Probably. Not the big teaser coming up, but it's probably a teaser play. How about you, Tony? Anything on this one?
I'm passing on this one, but I'll tell you what, I had to scratch off Detroit. I kept wanting to put the Lions on my playlist today, but I found a way to scratch this off. I think the side, if you're going to play it, would be Detroit, but no play from me.
Yeah, Detroit is a vibe thing on me as well. The total went from 46 to 50.5, so they really expect Rodgers to light up this Detroit secondary that is depleted, and I guess Trubisky had no problem lighting up. So that's where all the hype is. But what you saw last week may not be what you're going to see this week because it's a divisional game, and they don't. And the Lions have done well against the Packers. Giants and Bears, a toilet bowl game. Giants, probably my vibe here. Trubisky had showed. I don't think he's going to be able to take his headlines and follow it up this week and lay the points. But I could never bet the Giants in this scenario. You got anything to add?
No, I wouldn't bet this. I will call this the garbage can, the flaming dumpster diver game of the week. I would just when I get those, you go under. No opinion here. I just have nothing for this game.
Yes, just that giant vibe I got. Jaguars and Titans, though. Here's some serious line movement. Jaguars, after the big win, now go on the road to Tennessee after, I guess a somewhat expected win, landed right near the number, so it was kind of expected with what Tennessee did. Is Tennessee going to be able to go out there? Game opened up at 11, now it's down to 7.5. Everybody's all over the Jaguars. Are you on the Jaguars as well, Tony, or what are you thinking?
No, I did not bet this game either, but, man, this is setting up for a Tennessee beating of Jacksonville. I think Jacksonville's set up to get hammered today. Minshew, I'm looking at it, 19 of 20, 173 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks, 142 passer rating. If you think he's going to go on the road on the division game and do that again, I got a bridge over troubled water I want to sell you. I think this is set up for a big Tennessee win, but I didn't take it.
I think it's set up for a big Tennessee win. I actually liked him at 11. So, and I'm trying to see that big steam move. Well, I'm looking to see what the big steam was. And I guess, they're biting on Jacksonville's big win last week. But, we really don't know what Indianapolis has. So until that plays out, I thought Indianapolis was a lot stronger as well, but I didn't bet them last week.
I just want to add, Lou, I think the thing that people do when they bet these games is they give too much credence to what they saw. There's nothing wrong with seeing a team have a good performance and viewing them as a better team after the performance. But the problem is people will give that too much weight and not realize that, it's a week-to-week league, situations and teams and matches. You can't just view an overall based on one small, minute part of the pie.
Yeah, a lot of guys, they read their headlines. Think about it. If you're in the headlines every day, Gordon Minshew all week long, how great he is. The stash is back. And, so he's having a good time this week.
Yeah, now he's going to hit a big pass rush on the road.
You got to be a real pro to get past those headlines. I think this is a great spot for a Tennessee teaser. Fantastic spot for the teaser, and probably a good play for Tennessee. But we're laying over the touchdown, so let's.
It
I
gets
got some
scary.
teasers going.
NFL over a touchdown gets a little scary
Yeah.
anytime because that
So
back door
I
is
got no
always
problem teasing it
the back
down.
door is always swinging open. I kind of agree with your teaser. This would be a good game to tease because I feel confident that Tennessee's actually going to win this game. A lot more confidence in the win than the cover.
Now let's get into the real meat of the teaser now. We got the Cardinals and the Redskins. Again, Cardinals big win against San Fran, but we had them on the money line last week. I'm high on Kyler Murray. Can't believe he's got Andre Hopkins. What were the Texans thinking? It was probably it was definitely the steal of the year, but it could be the steal of the decade, and you're going to see this thing explode. So I'm still riding on these Cardinals, but I got them teased big. Got them teased on a key. I don't think they're going to lose, but Washington, they shocked the world last week. Now, are they going to be able to handle their headlines? I don't know if they are or aren't. I do know I got the better team on the club, so I tease Arizona down, and I'm not sure how strong I am going to play them. Minus a 7, but there'll be some action on there, so I'll reserve that for my clients. What are your thoughts?
Well, I went the other way here, Loose. Mid-level play for me. I'm going to take the Redskins. Thing I liked about Arizona, we were all on Arizona last week, right? We all liked it. I think every single one of us liked Arizona, and it was a good spot for them, and they got a nice, clean win. Murray looked good. I expect Arizona to look clean today, but what I'm leaning on is the Washington defense that, to me, looks pretty damn strong. So Kyler Murray's now going to have to face a better pass rush. I think the Redskins had 8 sacks last week, so he's going to have a little more pass rush to deal with.
Philly's got no offensive line. Philly's got no offensive line, and that showed.
And so we'll see how that plays out. So I like the Skins as a mid-level play here.
All right. I am disagreeing wholeheartedly. 50 lashes for you. All right. Next game on the schedule. Come on, guys. Ravens, Texans. I mean, I hate to give it all away, guys, but is there going to be a bigger mismatch? Maybe, but you're not going to get it at a 6 or 7 point favorite. So I just don't see. I think Bill O'Brien pays the piper this week. He's got nothing to battle this team. What do you think?
I did not take this game. It was so tough. Everything I do to handicapping says to take the Texans, but I just couldn't do it. I think Baltimore's a pretty strong team. I'm going to have to see something to get me away from not wanting to. I'm either betting all Baltimore or I'm staying away, and that's the way today. No play for me here.
All right, so I am definitely using Baltimore in certain ways, so reserving a lot of that for my clients. So if you'd like to find out about being a client, all you got to do is give me a holler at 877-711-WINS, and I pick up the phone myself, guys. So I'll deal with you direct, and we'll talk about long-term. If you want to call me and say, show me a winner, watch the show, guys. I show them to you. Simple as that. So, but if you'd like to talk a little long-term, and like to talk with me direct without a bunch of salesmen hammering you over the head, got me. 877-711-9467, because I am definitely using this play here today. I'm also using, the obvious, the Chiefs, guys. It's obvious. Come on. Chargers. They have no offense. They got a little defense. That's why you see the steam in the under, 51.5 down to 47. But, how are they going to hang with this club? Any possible way, Tony? How are these Chargers going to hang?
Kansas City seems like the clear-cut play here. They keep beating the line, so it's a chase to get to the line where you lose line value, and finally the bookies catch up, but they just don't catch up to this team very well. Usually teams are less valuable on the road. Kansas City's the exception to that rule. They seem to get more value because you tilt it to the home team to begin with, but it doesn't seem to matter where KC plays. So you're giving them free line value by putting them on the road. I'm seeing something in the 2 touchdown range at least. One of the easier, this is almost like the free square for me today. Just take Kansas City and thank me later.
Well, it's really hard not to believe in it, but line open to 5. By the time it kicks off, it's going up to 10. And the road team 12-3-1 against the number the last 16, 5-1-1 for the Chiefs, 7-0 for the Chiefs in LA. Obviously, we're in a new stadium. Obviously, we don't have a home team or a home crowd. So, but you better get the Chiefs in on your teaser soon before it goes to 7 and or even, while you can still get the teaser under 3, get it in. Do it now. Do it now. That's all. I don't see how these Chargers can hang with them, but it's a divisional game, so I am definitely not jumping on the 10 right now, even though I believe the 10 is still probably good. So sad as that is. All right, now the big game of the night. I think they got a beautiful game here for Sunday night. I think it's the marquee game. You got the Patriots and the Seahawks. We're going to find out what these new Patriots are really all about. Are they going to be able to slow down Russell Wilson, which they probably can a little bit, but what are they going to do if they're behind and when they're behind? Cam is going to be more of the running slow, a totally different new offense in New England. What do you think, Tone?
I took the Patriots here. I think the points are going to be valuable in a style of game that's probably going to be possession by possession. I know both Carroll, for damn sure, he'll play a low-scoring game into the fourth quarter against even shitty teams. He does, they won't push the pace. If you let them roll over you, they will roll over you. But if you put up a big fight, he'll still be conservative and try to win the game late. I've seen Russell Wilson over the years just over and over again win games in the final couple minutes. I do like the Patriots here. I don't do totals, but, man, this seems set up for a low-scoring game to me. What do you think, Lou?
Gosh, I kind of think the opposite.
Okay.
I'm just saying going in, I mean, I'm thinking the over's the player.
Right.
New England's going to have to rely.
Yeah, I'm not a totals guy, so it's not being a totals guy. My gut, I look at it and go, damn, that should go low. But like you say,
that's a low number. I think
right.
Well, I think they're expecting that low game. I think the way you're kind of looking at it, and it's supposed to look like a low game. Belichick's going to try to keep them off the field. He's going to try to slow the game down. He's going to try to have a slow, methodical offense with Cam that can run for him and burn some of that clock. He's going to try that. I don't think he's going to get away with it. This is Seattle, Russell Wilson. I think they're going to put points on the board at home, and and I think that opens the game up a little bit more. And I'm leaning towards the over. I have a tough time even on a teaser on anything with this, but I am leaning on the over. But I can't say it's a large play, but I think that the game's going to open up. I think Seattle's going to they're going to bring a can opener and open this thing up a little bit. And I think New England's going to kind of hang with them in a little bit of a faster paced game than they want. So I'm going to roll a little over on this game. So, all right, Tony, any most interesting play for you today? We talked about a lot. We gave out a lot of games. Anything you just want to stand out here, even if it's a repeat?
Well, let's just kind of go over the day. I think in NBA, I didn't give it out. I took the Nuggets as the play in the NBA today. I'll throw out a little combination. You're doing the combination. Let's do a 3-teamer for myself here. Let's do on a money line. Try to increase our chance of winning. Do the Cowboys, the Chiefs, and the Colts. There's your 3-team parlay. I guess let's make that my most interesting play. A 3-team money line parlay. Cowboys, Chiefs, Colts. I'm pretty sure that's going to be better than even money. Probably about 2-1, 2.5 to 1 is my guess.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Tony. And tell everybody again how to get a hold of you so they can talk to you during the week and get a little more serious with what you have to offer. Right.
Well, you can always go to thegreatwhitecapper.com. I got the contact form. You can email me from there. Tony Gullidge on Facebook, at Tony Gullidge on Twitter. The Great White Capper, type it in on Facebook. You'll find me there. Pretty easy to get a hold of. Just contact me, and we'll go over all the options and try to make you a winner in the inner circle.
All right. Wonderful. All right. My most interesting play today, Tony, is I'm going to repeat what I did on Friday to make sure that you guys hit it. This is a nice teaser, guys. You should be playing it. And I'm going to give you 2. You're going to play 4 teams, and then you're going to play 5 teams. And you're going to have one early play on the 5 team, We're going to go down and take them Titans down to -1.5. We're going to take the Cardinals down to -1. We're going to take the Ravens down to -1. We're going to take the Chiefs down to -2.5. And then we're going to take New Orleans tomorrow night and cross the threshold and get them as an underdog of maybe a half a point. So 5 teams in there. Take out Tennessee to make it a 4-team. And you're going to cash some tickets today, guys, because those are very nice teasers. I'm giving them to my clients. And if you'd like to know what else I'm doing with my clients, and if you'd like to take a really good look at basically a look behind the veil of what I do, I am offering your first week for just $99, and I give you every game I have from my rubies up to my executives for the first 7 days. That way you and I have a chance to get to know each other a little bit. I'll get to know about your habits. You'll get to know about my habits. And then hopefully we can be habitually making money together. So this, if you'd like to get a hold of me, 877-711-9467, or you can text free winner to 90210. Unless you have T-Mobile, they go, can't do that. But if you text free, if you don't have T-Mobile, you text free winner to 90210. I'll then follow up with you, talk to you, and yes, I will talk to you. So if you're afraid of the phone, don't call. No big deal. All right, guys. So that's it for today. Hopefully you got yourself a lot of winners, and please subscribe to us below on YouTube or on Facebook. Get this action as soon as we get it to you. This is Louis Diamond. Thank you, Tony Gullidge. See you again tomorrow on BettorCenter Live.